and welcome to the July 1st. This is the first night of Fyter Fest. First of all, shout out to Los Ingobernables. They're going to be in the quarterfinals this morning. So that's interesting, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. But we're not here to talk about New Japan. We're here to talk about AEW.
I just forgot that it was July. So I'm going to be playing around with this because we have our green screen, and I have a Legend of Zelda shirt, and now it's probably camouflaging the background. So I'm just keep it zipped up on my Star Wars jacket.
Right. So, let's jump into this so that we don't make this video too long.
It was an amazing night. That's all I gotta say. It was totally hyped. So we start out the night with Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus. Yeah. I would say Lucha Bros. That's next week. Jurassic Express versus Wardlow and MJF. And holy hell. All the times we were complaining about Luchasaurus not doing a few moves. He was quick, he was fast, he was switching it up, he was going nuts.
This was his best match in AEW so far, I think.
And Wardlow looked great too. Everybody looked great.
Looked good. And MJF looked good.
Yeah. It was it was a
great way to start it.
It was fast paced, it was hard hitting, surprise moves, things you didn't think you were gonna see from some of these people. But no, it was just a really good match, and it was one hell of a way to start off Fyter Fest. And it's funny because you would think like, oh, they put these people at, at the beginning, they could have really started off with something else. But they chose not to, and it was a damn good decision, and it was very well thought out. The whole card was, everything kept momentum, was great. But yeah, definitely a great match. Once again, Jungle Boy just looks so good.
Yeah.
Just looks good. We love him. We're a Jungle Boy people.
I think the match was back and forth up until the point where MJF tries to use his diamond dozen ring. Luchasaurus ducks down. MJF says you can't do anything right because he was expecting Wardlow to hold him there. Luchasaurus does a pump kick to MJF's hand that ends up hitting Wardlow in the face with the ring. And that's it. They used that to put away MJF and Wardlow, and I think Wardlow and MJF might not be together too much longer.
Our poll was out, and everybody was wrong. Nobody banked on Jurassic Express.
You did call it.
I did call it.
Because I was saying, no, MJF is going to win because...
But then you thought about the fact that Jungle Boy hasn't won against him, and then I just thought it was going to start seeing the rift between him and Wardlow, so that's why I was banking on it. Something that maybe will evolve into All Out or something between the two. And they have a way out still from that.
Or Fyter Fest. Fyter Fest will be too short, but something.
You mean Fight for the Fallen? Yeah, Fight for the Fallen, which was announced to be in 2 weeks. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, it was definitely a good match. So we'll move on with the card. Another great bout comes up with the women's title match, which was Hikaru Shida versus Penelope Ford. And
Kip gets booted right away.
Shida is she's not heel Shida, but she's
she's no longer happy.
She's like Tifa with the full bar in a game, and she's always at max, just hitting it. So it was a really good match. Penelope Ford looked great. Once again, Penelope Ford always shines when she has the equal bout between the two different people, and she does definitely a nice, really, she compliments her very, very nicely. Yeah. The match was smooth. I didn't see any botches or missteps.
Not on this one.
I didn't really see anything. It was good.
Yeah, I think,
there was a really close count though, where I thought Shida almost lost. Really super close. Aubrey was like, ah!
It was a really good women's match. I think one of the best ones we've seen from the women's division.
Yeah, Kip does come back out with the kendo stick, and he tries to hit Shida or distract her. Kendo stick goes in the air, Shida grabs it and just totally plows at Kip with the kendo stick.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a good match. She retains the title. We kind of saw that happening, but it was not a big loss for Penelope because she looked amazing.
Yeah. It was too soon for Shida to lose, but I could see Penelope and her building a rivalry, and eventually, I know that they're building Nyla up to be the next one up again, but I'm like, we just had the Nyla Shida thing. There's other people you could push, so we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Do we have the Darby in between here? We might have had a Darby vignette before.
Yeah, we had a weird Darby vignette.
Yeah, so people felt it was very TikTok-ish. It was Darby at a skate park where he was with Tony Hawk.
It just didn't do anything for him.
I thought it felt very Clerks-like. It felt really Berserker. If anybody knows
like
Randall and
movie, like it just didn't add anything to it.
It wasn't as good as his regular vignettes were. And I don't know if that was just like product placement because they had Tony Hawk. Because he was in it, right?
I thought he was the first one to jump out.
I know he was hanging with him, and I've seen some stuff that he posted with him. So like, I could.
Because I know he's been on some of the previous ones, but it was just I just didn't see why they would do that vignette. That vignette didn't do anything for him. I know they're still trying to have him be a presence, but it's just taking up time from somebody else probably having a vignette.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm not really sure if this came before the Cody and Hager match, but then we get the Cody and Hager match, the TNT Championship. This one was okay.
It's just another Cody match for me. Like I love Cody. I think he has really good drama and storytelling in the ring.
Yeah.
But we're seeing this so often now. It's somebody interferes, somebody else interferes. And then Cody pulls a heartbreaking win or a last-second win. Because this one, Hager puts the armbar on Cody. Cody is able to turn it to kind of like flip Hager over. Cody passes out. Hager thinks that he wins because Cody passed out. But he had his shoulders down on the ground and Cody was on top. So it counted as a pin.
Yeah.
It's just another screwy finish.
It was, and my thing is for it was a good match leading up because there was a part where Hager was dominating. He kept on like was it that suplexing when you grab him from behind? Yeah, right?
Suplex.
Yeah, suplex. Sorry, I'm still trying to get my terminology good with this, but he like a rag doll because Hager is bigger. Mm-hmm. He looked bigger. He looked like more dominant, and there was a part where you thought like, man, he's really taking it, and we knew he wasn't going to win, Hager, but it's just one of those things where it's like, heel Cody might be coming because he can't win his title shots or the bigger matches cleanly.
Yeah, because in this one, Dustin happens is that
he does try to hit Arn too. So like, there's all these little interferences from people outside.
Hager's wife, Catalina.
Yeah.
Right? That's her name?
Yeah.
Slaps Cody, so then Dustin comes in and punches Hager to kind of like even the odds, but it wasn't an evening of the odds.
And the thing is, it's like, okay, we can say that this is something that Cody's been doing to turn heel, but it really isn't because his matches against Darby were clean.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they were damn good matches. And so
he had a clean match against Jungle Boy, and he had a clean match against...
So we're seeing cleaner matches from Cody.
It's just the pay-per-view ones.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It would be cool if we get to see a heel Cody because then this makes more sense because it's something that he does.
It's just getting too much.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure.
Just we can move on from that.
Yeah, he retains.
Yeah.
So I was hoping somebody would come out like Aldis or somebody that was going to challenge him or whatever. I thought it would have been better if he would have just gotten a clean win and then a new challenger. It would have peaked the match and you kind of would have just been like, okay, like he just barely got out of this one and then here comes a new challenger approaching, and I thought that would have been a better build, but that's just me. Yeah. Anyways. Then we get into, was this Private Party before?
Private Party versus
and then
Santana.
I'm trying to think about the Brian Cage thing, and it was after this.
Yeah. Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz.
It's a good match.
Yeah, so Santana and Ortiz and Private Party have history. They come from the same area. They've trained in the same gym. I think Santana and Ortiz actually helped Private Party in the beginning or something like that. There was some story that they talked about.
Yeah, it had a little bit of a thing. I should have noticed. I didn't even notice Matt Hardy was there. I was looking up and down. Yeah. I was tweeting. I didn't look up to see Matt Hardy. If I would have saw Matt Hardy, then I would have been like, oh, yeah. I figured Private Party was going to win.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him, so it kind of hurt me because I really wanted Santana Ortiz to get a win on a bigger scale. Because they haven't really been on Dynamite and win. Private Party has at least one on Dynamite.
Yeah.
But they haven't been around for a while winning on Dynamite. It's always on Dark. And so
but
kind of...
Later on, we figure out why they did this, though, because it said Pride and Powerful are not even ranked. Private Party is, I think, the second ranked team. So with this win, they were able to become number 1 contenders and challenge whoever won the main event tonight.
Yeah, which we'll get into. But it was a really good match. I mean, it was a good match because you don't see as much crazy antics and hilarious stuff from Santana Ortiz. It was just a clean, good match.
Santana Ortiz came out like straight up thugs in this one. Like they were just not messing around. They were there to bully their opponent, and it was a decent match. It's just it didn't add anything for Santana and Ortiz. No,
it really didn't. And then what we get after? Was that it?
Yeah, we get the reason being that they're doing Fyter Fest in 2 weeks is because due to doctor advice
and safety measures for Brian Cage and Moxley.
For everybody involved, they just felt that Moxley just needed to wait out. So the news is that Renee is doing a lot better. So we're glad for that. So
very glad.
And Moxley has continued to take measurements. That he has shown no symptoms, and I think the last test he took, he came back negative. So they're just gonna wait it out 2 weeks, and then test them again.
Probably the Monday prior to the.
And then if everything comes out good, then he will go against Brian Cage in Fight for the Fallen, and Fight for the Fallen this year. I think last year's charity was for veterans. This year is going to be for COVID.
Yeah.
So they're going to be raising money to help.
And the Khan family's already put up $1 million, and they'll let fans know where their money or how their money could be contributed or what type of thing they'll be doing. Matching money, I don't know what they're doing yet, but they'll let us know as the time goes on. So we do get a promo with Taz and Brian Cage.
Taz is freaking amazing.
Right, Brian Cage just has to stand there and look at him, but Taz, shots fired to the other Wednesday night competitors team, saying, we don't run a sloppy shop here.
Yeah, we don't mess around with the virus. We take it serious.
And then once again you hear, speaking of, they hear JR talking about how Hangman stood home. Because of fears for it, it's not a thing that they're shying away from, and it makes it feel more human, makes it feel more relatable. It makes it feel that our fears, most of the fears of the fans, of just getting sick, is the same fears that they have, and we can feel scared and worried for these athletes, and not feel stupid about it, what I mean? Because they know it's serious, we know it's serious, and it's nice to hear them say, wear a damn mask, I'm here doing, wearing a mask and blah blah blah. So so that's what's happening. So hopefully we get everything stays well. Everybody, Mox, Renee, stay healthy, and hopefully we see them in 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
And then we get into our main bout of the night, which is for the tag team champions.
Yeah, this was a lot better than I thought coming into it. I know that both teams are talented. I know that all the competitors were involved were talented, but I just didn't know how much they were going to actually allow for the best friends to showcase themselves. I don't know if they were trying to make Hangman and Kenny just be a dominant team, but in this one, this was a good back and forth. There was a lot of false finishes.
Yeah.
FTR comes out with beach chairs.
Doing the Jason Momoa with the lawn chairs coming right next to the announcement table.
And it was a good back and forth. It was dramatic. There was times where you actually thought the best friends were going to pull an upset. And then Kenny Omega and Hangman come on top, and they win with the last call. And then FTR comes into the ring to celebrate, gives them beer. Hangman, of course, takes it.
And Kenny almost started a war.
So for people that know, Kenny is straight edge.
Very straight edge.
He doesn't drink alcohol and all that.
As you seen in Stadium Stampede, Hangman poured him a glass of milk.
So I think Kenny might.
He it was right there for a second, and then he just proceeded to.
Yeah, I think Kenny took that as an insult towards him because he felt like, really, you're bringing this to me, I don't drink. So he poured it out. FTR does not like it, and then here comes the Young Bucks to keep the peace. But
he poured it out for the memories of his homies that have gotten a V-Trigger or Fallen Angel in the past. One Wing Angel.
It was for Kota Ibushi, who unfortunately lost to Tai Chi today. So
this was for my homies, guys. Think about Dr. Evil when you hear that, okay?
Yeah. No. So I think the path is set for FTR to challenge for the belts.
I just want you guys to just go back though and just do me a favor, because I was sitting there and I was live tweeting and I was watching it and talking to some friends and we're just enjoying the match. The smoothness and the calculated efficiency of Kenny Omega's moves. I'm like, and mind you, 2.5, 3 years ago, I didn't know who he was. And I didn't believe he was one of the... Yeah, about 3 years ago. It was before... Almost 3 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago.
I want to say it's 3. Yeah. Maybe going on 3. Just about 3. Actually, it'll be 3 in the fall. It'll be 3 in the fall. I had jaw surgery. What I wanted to say is that I didn't think he was one of the best wrestlers in the world. I thought it was an overstatement.
Yeah, I converted her to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And I have to retract that and just say that Kenny Omega isn't just wrestling. It's in his DNA. There's nothing else he was supposed to do in this world. Because it's the precision. And I'm not saying this is as a mark or a stand. You know what I mean? I can never imagine being as smooth, as precise, as clean. He looks like a damn video game character. It's just, I don't know. It's beautiful to watch. It's as a fan and as somebody that respects the time and the talent that these people put into their bodies and learning their craft. It's amazing to watch him. And in this match with him and Trent and even Chucky, they all had their moments, but there was some spots him and Trent had that were just damn good, and I'm just this is why Kenny's awesome. Yeah. So, but it was. If we had to rate it, I would say it was a 9.5 match. I think there was only a little downfall I had was with the Cody and Hager match, but it was a damn good night of wrestling. It felt like a pay-per-view. It sucks that it couldn't be a pay-per-view. Hopefully the world will get a little bit better and things will go back to normal.
I'm glad it's not a pay-per-view because we have to pay for it.
I know, but you know what I mean, a pay-per-view with fans and the energy was there.
The fans would have loved this. It would have made it a lot better. Did we talk about that? You did mention that Trent and
no, I didn't mean Trent's mom. So they roll up like FTR does, right, in their truck, except not like that.
It's a minivan.
First they're is it Uber? And it's it comes out. It's Holy Soccer Mom. It's Trent's mom, Susan, or Sue, or Susan. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think I had tweeted about it, but she was all he was about to roll out, and he's trying to be all cheese, right? And then she calls him back for the kiss and says, "Have fun."
Yeah, it was super awesome.
It was a cute.
It was best friends. Yeah, it was so yeah, it was a dig at FTR. They decided to roll up in a minivan.
It was definitely a dig.
It was awesome though.
It was just one of those it's a mom, it's wholesome, it's feel good, and I'm just one of my tweets is is his mom really gonna see him lose? Because she was in the crowd afterwards. She parked the car, waited for her son to get done so she could take him home. We'll go to McDonald's after. Yeah.
Nice try, Chuck.
Nice try, Chuck. It's okay. It's participation award.
Yeah.
It was just good. It was the fact
it would have been awesome if Chuck and Orange Cassidy would have jumped in the minivan with Trent and Trent's mom.
Roll out,
go get some ice cream.
Yeah, right. Oh God, if that's in BT next week, please. If they after this is what after 20 minutes after Fyter Fest, and they're sitting with ice cream cones. Please make that happen. But it was definitely a cool thing they had for her mom to come in there, and it gave a little more about their individuality of best friends, especially Trent. So that was cool.
Yep. So that was it. So next week we got Private Party going against Hangman and Kenny for the belts.
All right, really quick. If you haven't checked out our videos, we interviewed Holidead. We interviewed Julio Guerrero from Pro Wrestling Tees. They have their Kickstarter. He's in the Kickstarter for Cryptic Closet 2. Jay Walker, the PCW Canadian champion right now. Almost longest reign next to Kenny Omega. And we have
Michael Kingston from Headlock.
If you got a Pro Wrestling crate this month, this man was one of the men behind here. We actually interviewed him too. So get on our sites. Check us out. It's We Love Wrestling. It's Beat 'em Up Wrestling. We're doing the thing. So check us out. Till next time.